Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making ginger ale, but we're making it with a twist because we are going to use 4 different types of sweetener. So we're going to be using agave, maple syrup, honey, and date syrup. So to be able to ferment all our ginger ale. I have been fermenting ginger ale. I love drinking them. They are amazing. It's a great substitute for regular soda. Besides, this has real ginger in it. So the thing that we buy in the store, the Canada Dry or any of those ginger ales, don't actually have real ginger in them. All they have is ginger flavor. Growing up, whenever you have a stomach ache or some feel a little queasy, somebody will always say, just drink some ginger ale. These ginger ales that we buy in the stores don't have any kind of probiotics in it. Ginger ale has always been known to help with calming the stomach. To make this ginger ale, we have our gingerbread right here, which we have left outside, and we're going to use it. What we did was we grated organic ginger and we added it in water and boiled until it simmered. We didn't add any sweetener because we wanted to use different sugar. Now, if you're making your ginger ale with one type of sugar, you can go ahead, add it while you're boiling it, let it all melt. But I'm using all liquid sweeteners, so no problem with that. Next, we're going to grab this with a sieve. We're going to bring our ginger concentrate. Ginger concentrate is called the wort. So that's what it is. And I'm going to show you so you can see all the ginger. We boiled it. We allowed it to cool to room temperature because we do not want it to be higher than 80 degrees. We do not want to kill our gingerbread. Gingerbread is what you need in order to ferment the sugar and be able to get that ginger ale. Next, we are going to sieve this and get rid of all of that. So in order to do that, what I'm just going to do is to use this because I don't want to spill it, and just use a sieve to sieve them. You can just literally lift the pot up and pour it over if you can. This way I don't want to make a mess. And then you want to make sure that you drain the excess liquid. You're gonna need it. You don't want to waste any. This smells amazing. Next, fill these each up. This smells so amazing. And then the second one. Now you want to fill them, but you don't want to fill it to the rim. You need to leave space to add the gingerbread and the sweeteners as well. And doing half a cup of each, and we'll add that in there. And you want to make sure that you don't cross-contaminate. Now, if you're doing an experiment to see which one ferments better, that's definitely a must. And then what you want to do is to mix well. Use this and stir it. I'm using different measures to add the gingerbread to each end. So that's why I'm keeping them separate. So this is for this. Next, we are going to add 2/3 cup of date. You can add up to 1 cup of each of the sweeteners if you like, depending on how sweet you want it, and then mix well. Next is organic maple syrup. Again, 2/3, and we just get it all in there, and then we'll mix. And finally, now we are going to add our gingerbread. And we want to add half a cup of gingerbread. You want to make sure that you stir the gingerbread real well. Now, if you left your gingerbread in the fridge, be sure to bring it out and leave it out for a couple of hours before you can use it. And half a cup for that. And then what we do is we stir it, ensuring that the gingerbread is mixed well. Next, we cover them and then tie them, and then we'll set them to ferment for about 5 to 7 days depending on the temperature of the kitchen. We will check them every day to make sure that they are doing well. Initially, what would happen would be the sugar will be converted into alcohol, which is when you start to see it present by the gingerbread and carbon dioxide. So normally this is actually called ginger beer because of the alcohol byproduct of the fermentation. But the alcohol level of this is very, very minimal. You got to be careful depending on how sweet you want it or how long you want to ferment it for before giving it children. But the alcohol content is very, very minimal. Shouldn't really cause any problem. I can't even handle alcohol, but I'm yet able to handle this ginger ale. I believe the alcohol content is 0.5% or less. But anyhow, show you what this looks like in a few days. Right, let's keep it here where we. Now I I could put these in my pantry, but I'm already fermenting some kombucha there. It is very, very important to not ferment different things in the same area. You want to at least have a distance of 8 feet between different things that you're fermenting because you don't want cross-contamination. After only 3 days, could have fermented for longer, but my son loved it a little sweet. But the ginger ale has been fizzing. I'm gonna taste it. This is the real thing. Wow, this honey tastes amazing. It tastes so smooth. It's unbelievable. I want to drink it now. And then the maple syrup. That's literally fizzing as well. If you look closely, you will see it just bubbling up. Perfect. This is so perfect. We're gonna put them aside. And this one is the date. It's literally bubbly. If you look at all that fizzing like champagne. Looking closely, that's great. And the agave, my God, I can't quite decide between the agave and the honey. They're both great. So these are my old kombucha bottles. At least they've been tested, and we can see that they are definitely able to handle the pressure. We're gonna pour them into the old kombucha bottles to carbonate them. How's that pouring? Well, before I do that, before I pour it, I'm just gonna stir it. Look at that. And here we go. Careful. And they smell amazing. So when you pour this, you wanna leave some room. Then we'll tighten this. Then I'm gonna take the labels out of this one and place it so that I know which one is which. And set this aside. Then I'm going to pour the rest here. So we have 1.5 bottle. Next, we are going to put here. Next, we're gonna do the maple syrup. Fizzing really well. This is a little too much. I need some space. I need to give it room to fizz. Side, get a smaller bottle. I'm gonna take some more out of this. Give it more room. Look at how smooth that is. Done. Next is the honey. It smells so amazing. Finally, agave. And look at it fizz while pouring it in that bottle. The smell of ginger is so amazing. I'm gonna set this aside, and here we are. I know somebody will be like, oh, why are you making so much? Again, we do not buy soda, and we make everything that we drink. So I will get back and show you how much fizz is in all of this in a few days. Now, if you're fermenting this, you'll find out that these caps are all flat. To really know how much gas is in it, you will feel the bump. You just come in every day and check it and make sure that the pressure is building up. And we'll come back in a few days for a blissful taste test. So after just 24 hours of fermenting, these caps are really busted. We are going to do a taste test and show you how much effervescent are in these ginger ale. Doesn't even matter which one. I am really skeptical about opening them because I do not want to be splattered. So I'm gonna move them, and then we're gonna use the smaller bottles. So here we go. Moment of truth we've been waiting for. This is the honey. Let's go. And look at that. I needed to act so quickly. Some of it spilled, but taste it. This is so good. I could finish this. Second one, and let's hear. Look at that. Here we go. Mind you, I bought these less than 10 hours ago, and yet amazing. Oh my God, it tastes so good. And now this is the date. I don't know, this one is effervescent too much. Let's go. Look at that. It's coming out. Wow. Just 24 hours later. I'm telling you, this is amazing. Now, the date one is not as sweet as the honey, the maple, and the agave, but the color is amazing. It has a little bit of a rustic taste, so that's something different. But I tell you, they're all great. That is so good. I am now going to put this in the refrigerator to chill, and then we can drink it whenever we want. Mind you, they will continue to ferment, but it will just be at a slower pace in the refrigerator. And it is amazing. You can do this at home. You can make yourself a really healthy drink that will replace your soda, and you can enjoy it more than anything else. And you will never have to feel guilty and saying, oh wow, that has way too much sugar. And you're guaranteed to have all the probiotics and healthy drink that you can ever think about. Of course, you can ferment it less if you want it to be a little bit on the sweet side, or ferment for a longer period if you want it on a tangy side. The longer you ferment, the tangier it gets. But make sure that you don't ferment it too much that you end up having vinegar. Anyhow, if this video has been of value to you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so we can alert you when we upload new videos. This is Dr. Okeke. Thank you, and God bless. Go ferment something.